Good morning. I've got that smile on my face again. Today, Saturday. Another AFD. If you don't know what an AFD is by now, it's just another day in the office. And my office is a bar where I pour beer and I serve food. Okay, so, as it's a busy weekend and I've done nothing else but just work, I come home, sleep, have breakfast, back to work again, work, come, sleep, breakfast. In between all that, I have TV shows to drill in to my OCD mind. And so last night, I came home, and every Friday the new episode of Picard is dropped. And episode 3 was last night, and episode 3 ended at the time we've all been waiting for, is for them to start making their way into the darkness of space. That's as far as I'm going to say about that. The journey has begun for Picard, and we see us first time with the crew and first time with his ship that he's going to have. But there's so much more depth in it, and so much more spoilers in it, so I'm going to leave it at that. All of last week was Australian Survivor, surrounded by the first few episodes of All Stars, which was amazing. Really, it's amazing, but it's... I've always said the Australian Survivor is much better than the American version at creating suspense. But the funny thing is, though, once you've seen one player play a game, one version of the game, it's hard to now know how predictable their game now is. Because the first 3 episodes of Survivor, based on how players are talking on their interviews, based on how I know how the editors create tension, and now also I know how everyone's going to act Tribal Council, I'm feeling a little underwhelmed by Australian Survivor All Stars. But I hope soon there is a drop your buffs moment and they switch tribes. Because that is the next big thing I'm looking forward to in Australian Survivor. Cut to this morning, which I've got to now get ready for work, so I've been running a bit late. The countdown has begun to Winners at War, Survivor 40. And I've just seen their special. They did about 20 years of Survivor. 590 people have played this game. There have been immunity idols. There have been mind games, physical injuries. There have been some marriages, some relationships built. I mean, some epic wins, some epic fails, some blunders, some blindsides, everything. And I've just seen the first 2-3 minutes of the opening. The marooning, they call it the marooning, was when they first bring all the contestants onto the map, onto the first ever meet with Jeff Probst. And so the countdown begins for this next big milestone in Survivor life. And also, I'm now beginning to count down when the next big game of my life will be, which will be Final Fantasy VII Remake. That launches on the 3rd of the 3rd, 2020. And it always happens around my birthday. Final Fantasy 12 was released 26th February. Final Fantasy 13 was released on my birthday, 2010. 13 Part 2, around February time. Lightning Returns came out around March time. 15, I think, again was February. So, like all times of the year, the Japanese always release a Final Fantasy game around my birthday. So I'm a lucky boy. I'm a lucky boy. But now I've just got to wait. And patience around TV shows and playing games and keeping my mind in the game is one of my hardest skills I've had to hone over the years. It's a good job I got a job. It's a good job I have friends. It's a good job I have things to keep me occupied until then. I have other games I can play. I have other things I can do. I have other adventures I can make in that meantime, but I'm gonna make this video one more minute long, just for a simple explanation of why I'm doing these videos for myself right now. I'm doing them because in the past few months, life has been so crazy and hectic that it gets tough for me to put sometimes all my thoughts, and you know, if you know me, I have so many things going through my brain at once, that sometimes it's easier for me just to hit record and just talk. And for those of you, my closest friends, or those of you who watch these videos and just understand me a little bit or enough to explain that my mind sometimes just goes so fast. It thinks, processes, and just blurts out my mouth so quickly that the essence, the character of Richard, whatever people know me as, they get a little bit of a snippet sometimes. And I'm only doing these videos because sometimes I just need that mind and the world to just slow me down. But when you work in a high energy job, like running a pub, working in a high expectation, you have to look after everyone else, things like that. My mind always focuses on other people. And sometimes I have to remind myself that I need to look after myself first. And just by having a simple video like this, it's now 7 minutes, don't care anymore. I just need myself to just take a step back, and just go, right. Today's now Saturday. I'm now working all day today, and this is probably the only time I'm gonna get for myself to allow me to go. So now, have a shower, get ready, start my day, and then tomorrow's another day. And tomorrow, same thing again. Tomorrow, up at the morning, 11 o'clock start, Sunday morning shift, crazy day, crazy weekend, and then I'll get a quiet week. But for now, I'm taking this opportunity just to say thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for people who know me, love me, support me, accept me, and I'll see you guys either tomorrow or over the week coming up.